Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and welcome back everybody to a brand new video on the channel. Today, what we're going to be talking about is the 5 new brand new changes that are coming to PUBG. This game is actually going to undergo some major differences in the next couple months, and I think that you guys should probably be informed about them. Now, I know it's been a couple days since I've uploaded, but I was away in LA playing in the Zombies World Championship, where I actually ended up taking home the gold, so that's pretty exciting. I've just been a little bit busy recently, but I'm back now, back in full swing, and we're getting back into PUBG here. Now, we've got a lot of to talk about today, but before we get into that, if you guys end up enjoying the video, I'd really appreciate a like rating. We're going to aim for 4,000 on this video. That would be awesome. Subscribe if you are brand new to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my future content. And as one final thing, make sure you guys go ahead and follow me down below over on Twitter. Links in the description. I'm going to start a series really soon where I take your guys' comments and opinions about things happening in PUBG over on Twitter and going to include them in future episodes and future videos. So if that's something that you're interested in, check the link in the description and go drop me a follow. But with all that being said and out of the way, let's get into the 5 new things that are coming to PUBG that you definitely need to know about. So coming in at the number 5 spot is a change that's actually a really big mechanic in the game, it turns out, and I think that this is really going to change the way that the game plays with the next coming months when everything is all tweaked out and sort of all the bugs are ironed out. But this is going to be the limb penetration system and also the vehicle penetration. PUBG has been working on this for a very long time as players have wanted this. So essentially what this is trying to address is a problem in PUBG that we've had for a while, where if you were shot in the either arm or hand, it would absorb significantly less damage and it wouldn't go through your hand and into your body, and they fixed that so you will take the appropriate amount of damage now. And this has been kind of an issue because people were able to manipulate the position of their hands to where they would absorb more bullets in incoming gunfire. Now, this is a really good change in my opinion because I believe that it will reward players who are on target more often, and it also reward headshots a lot more as well, I think. Now, the only last piece that they need to put together for this patch is the vehicle penetration system, because as it stands right now in PUBG, if you're in a vehicle and you get shot like in the door, if it's anything besides a window shot, you're pretty much safe unless the vehicle blows up. But they're working on a patch and trying to balance it to where bullets can still go through said vehicle and hit you. Obviously, damage will be reduced if it does go through like a metal door, but they're trying to have it a little bit more fair and balanced where you're not invincible if you're in a car. So I guess this is going to significantly reduce the effect that you have while you're driving around in a vehicle. And to be honest, I think that both of these changes are extremely positive, but I know that there's actually a lot of controversy surrounding these. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section how you feel about these different limb and vehicle penetration changes. Maybe you think the game is going to change too much. Maybe you really like it. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comments below. But getting away from that and coming in today at our number 4 spot, PUBG is undergoing a massive change that's going to go over the next coming months. Now, you might have heard about something called the Fix PUBG campaign. Either if you play on PC, it was most likely on your home screen when you logged in, or you may have heard about this on social media sites if you play on other platforms. But essentially what's going down here is that Fix PUBG is a campaign from the studio developers where they're going to be fixing almost everything in the entire game, right? All the complaints that people have been having about the game being broken, they're looking into and are really dead set on getting it fixed. So right now you might be asking yourself, well, okay, what are these changes going to be? How long are they going to take to be put into the game, and what all do they entail? Now, they've given us a decent roadmap about what to expect, but they haven't given us exact dates about when a certain patch or a certain update is going to come out. And it gets a little technical, so I'm not going to go into every single little thing that they're changing, but the things that you need to know, the biggest patches, are going to be spent optimizing things like its server and client performance. They're going to be really revving up the anti-cheat stuff, which is great. I'd love to hear that. Hopefully matchmaking also gets a little bit of a patch as well, and that's something that's on their menu, trying to get better. And then just, you know, overall bug fixes and quality of life changes, which we've already seen recently in the last patch, you know, as far as all the things that they've done with the UI, which I really agree with. It was a huge step in the right direction, but I'm telling you, we haven't seen anything yet, lads. This is not even the half of it. They've just scratched the surface about how they're going to make this game a little bit more easy to use and the UI more friendly, and iron out a lot of the bugs that have been plaguing this game very recently. So I would tell you that over the next 3 months, this game is going to undergo drastic improvements, and they seem to be very serious about it. So just be on the lookout, keep this in your scope, and we'll see where it goes from there. But getting away from that, that was kind of the boring stuff of this video, to be honest. We have 3 more things to talk about, and this is where it gets fun and interesting. Now, coming in at the number 3 spot will make a lot of you guys very, very happy. Erangel and Miramar are both getting some weather changes back, right? So, if you've been playing PUBG for a long time, I believe this was on the mobile and Xbox version for a short period, correct me if I'm wrong, but the fog and rain games were on the PC build for a while, but they took it out due to it had performance issues, and some people didn't like it, and they weren't entirely happy with the state of it either. But I'm happy to announce that for those of you who do enjoy that, they are bringing it back to the game. And again, not just Erangel this time. Miramar is going to have a rainy setting, which actually sounds incredible. I would love to play Miramar in a different weather pattern, and I'm actually looking forward to retrying rain on Erangel because, to be honest, I didn't really like it the first time around, and maybe that was due to the bugs and things that came along with it, but I'm happy to give it another try. I hope I like it this time, and for those of you who did enjoy it, hey, then hey. I guess today is just your lucky day then. But, and also, Miramar is getting a different lighting pattern with the sunset and stuff, and you're actually going to see some gameplay of that a little bit later on, and it looks really nice. I feel like in this lighting pattern, you're able to spot enemies a little bit better. I don't know why. It might just be a placebo effect, but I really enjoy the way that it was laid out. So it's kind of nice to see how they're changing the aesthetics of both maps and not leaving them very stagnant. I'm a huge fan of that, so hopefully we'll get more of that in the future as well. And I know that this is thinking a little bit down the road, but when the winter map comes out in a couple of months, I would honestly expect to also have some different weather patterns in that map. Maybe we'll have like a snowy one or blizzards going on during while we're playing. Hopefully it's not like too obstructive or anything, but I would like to see different weather patterns even in a different setting, such as a winter map. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below, but I'm a really big fan of having more diversity within these 2 maps, and hopefully that they play well. We'll have to wait and see. But now coming in at a number 2 spot is technically a new looting area being added to Erangel as well. It's been a while since we've seen it, like a full like brand new town. Now unfortunately this one isn't named, and it's not a major spot, but it is a decent set of buildings that I actually think I'm going to start landing a lot to. Now this is over around the military base by the bridge that's on the left side, and there's going to be this town added right here, and this is what it looks like. It used to be just kind of a barren area with 2 hills on either side, and it was absolutely flat. Now not only are we getting a new town to loot here, but there's also more cover around the beach. There's been some trees added, so if you're trying to come out of the water and you need to approach the military base for extra cover, it was kind of a mess if you were approaching that way because it was so easy to get spotted. But now there's extra trees. Hopefully you have a little bit more to protect yourself with. But I really like how they keep showing love to Erangel still, and in my personal opinion, I still believe that this is the best well-designed map in PUBG that we currently have, and the fact that they're still tweaking it and adding to it, giving us more loot spots, is great. There's a couple still areas where I feel like Erangel could use some love and maybe some retweaking of the zone algorithm, because there's places that you still just never play at, but for the most part you get to explore the whole map. For the most part, all the loot is balanced, and that's also something that they're looking into, is kind of fully perfecting the loot in every single map. And I know that's kind of it's a tough thing to do, but I'm glad to hear that they're on it. But ladies and gentlemen, before we unveil our number 1 spot today, I have one more little update that I figured I would talk about. That's pretty exciting stuff that those of you who are into the cosmetic side of PUBG and getting skins and trading clothes and things of that nature are really going to like. Now, Brendan Green had talked about in an interview that they're revamping the trading system, right? Through Steam or mobile or whatever it is. I don't know if Xbox has a big trading system yet, but hopefully this eventually hits all platforms to where there's a very streamlined and easy way to trade items with other players. Now, what's interesting is that while I was in LA, I was talking to my friend The Smith Plays. You guys might know him as Pat, while I was out in LA, and we were discussing that he makes this similar kind of videos as I do, but for Fortnite. And we talked about how the cosmetic culture for Fortnite is much bigger than PUBG. PUBG players just don't really tend to care that much about that stuff. They're very much into their gameplay side of things, and that's what I explained. But I think that PUBG is trying to more or less also get into the cosmetic wave. It's not going to be anywhere near Fortnite's level as far as the skins go, but it would be something to look out for if PUBG starts to push that maybe a little bit more, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about that. But coming in at the number 1 spot is probably the most exciting thing of all. Everybody loves having new weapons in PUBG, and I think I know exactly what we can expect. Now, Brendan Green did an interview with a tech website where he answered questions from Twitter, and somebody asked if we can get these particular weapons. Now, I don't think we're going to see all of them in one patch, but what Brendan said was that he cannot confirm anything right now, but he did say that they're working on new weapons that he think will make him very, very happy. Now, I've been in the scene for long enough to know that when a developer kind of gives a wink confirmation, that's pretty much him saying that at least one or more off that list is going to be in the game very soon. If I had to take a guess, it would probably either have to be the Deagle or maybe the AK-74U. Those would be my top 2 picks, and I think that those would be very plausible to be put into the game. But I'm going to tell you that it's safe to say we're going to see at least one of those really soon. Now, let me know in the comment section about which one would be your preference if you had to pick one of that list. What would you like to see added to the game in the near future? But anyways, guys, that is going to be the 5 biggest things that PUBG is changing. Now, over the next 3 months, I would expect that on all platforms, this game is going to start changing very drastically and fast. So if you want to stay up to date with everything new that's happening with PUBG, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel before you go, so just that you don't miss anything else that I upload on this channel. Make sure you also drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. It really does help me out a ton, and it only takes 2 seconds of your time. And also, make sure you go and follow me on Twitter before you leave as well. If you don't have a Twitter, go make one. They're absolutely free. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the video for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next live stream or the next video. Take it easy, guys, and peace out.